Our first romantic restaurant brings us to Evanston, hometown of Trio. Here we were treated to some stunning cuisine by chef owners Rick Tremonto and Gale Gand. Trio has gained a much-deserved reputation for its sensational blend of French, Italian, and Asian cuisine. Rick's food and Gale's desserts enjoy amazing presentations, and the flavors influenced by what Rick calls a healthy sense of humor. Today, Gale prepared her signature chocolate creme brulee, and Rick his famous lobster cocktail.
We're here celebrating Valentine's Day restaurants, romantic places. We've come to Trio in Evanston. My buddy Rick.
How you doing?
Good, good. We're going to see his wife Gail do some desserts a little bit later. Right now, we're going to make some romantic food.
Absolutely.
Oysters, ginseng, Spanish fly. What are you making?
We're doing a lobster cocktail.
Okay.
It's one of my sexiest dishes.
Let's go. Let's rock.
We're going to do a little roasted garlic oil in the pan. And I made some roasted garlic mashed potatoes.
Now you serve them. We'll see those later. Maybe you'll serve those the way you do.
Absolutely.
In those special glasses.
You got it.
Something that's kind of neat about Trio, if you've now been here, you'll see it, is not so much the food, which is delicious, but the way they serve the food. It's kind of unique.
So we have some roasted garlic mash in the pan. We're going to do a little cream. First we have to open the container, then we can get some cream.
By the way, something I just want to point out, this is not a real, this is a fake.
It is fake. It clips on, you can buy them in any store,
okay.
No problem. You know what I need? I need a lemon.
I know where they are.
All right. Look at that. Now if you can cut that lemon in half for me.
I'm telling you, babe.
What a guy.
I've been practicing. Okay, come on now. What are we doing here?
Okay. So,
we've got your mashed potatoes, the garlic mashed potatoes.
Yeah. We're gonna get that going.
Now, these are real mashed potatoes.
Yeah, you know. Some say they come from a box, but
we know better. We know better. We've got the mashed potatoes cooking. I'll pick a lobster.
Okay.
I picked this young lady right here.
Okay.
And I'll just show you why that is a girl. Take a look. It's got the little sweepers right there and the long sides. So let's go with this puppy.
All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to just break it down. We're going to take the tail out. We're going to take most of the meat out. I just kind of crush it just on the board, and then I just open it up across the back.
You need some help with this because okay. I just want to know if you need,
All right. And then I'm going to save all this for stock.
All right.
Take the arms off. All right. And we're going to also save the antennas.
All right.
The tentacles.
Okay.
All right.
Use those on your cable TV?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Now I've got the tail. What is that tail? How many ounces is that tail?
It's probably about 2 ounces.
2 ounces, okay.
Yeah. So we're going to just peel this back.
Okay. Kind of rough there.
Yeah. And order it this. And then we're just going to cut it like in the coins, across like this. All right, we're going to save this for the cocktail.
Now these have been boiled. They're all cooked,
They're all
right?
cooked. They're all
set.
ready to go.
Okay.
Really, we're just going to be heating this in the mashed potatoes with that.
Now, if you grind this up, you could just put this through a Slurpee straw.
That's right. Absolutely. This is kind of, the best of both worlds. It's the peasant world and the fine
peasant
dining.
world. Now, why is the peasant? The mashed
Well,
potato?
it's the mashed potatoes,
Okay.
and mashed potatoes and lobster. It's like, it's the clash of best of both worlds.
Now, what are we going to do to this now?
Okay. I have some chopped herbs, some tarragon, some basil, some chervil, lobster, cream. We're going to do some butter. It really is. It's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
I get to smell all this. You see, it's.
And when you're married to a pastry chef, it's either chocolate or lobster. I mean, that's the way to go. Okay. That's why it's called a cocktail.
All right, now we're going to put these. This is one of your sort of trademarks. These mashed
Absolutely.
potato cups. Yeah.
That's it. The lobster.
Now, the other night I was here, I had maybe we'll bring it out later. I had a pallet of fish eggs. The
Caviar?
yeah, it was
palette?
great. Excuse me, I need to just thank you. Whoa!
I have a gaufret potato, a little lobster tail for garnish, some whole chives, lobster cocktail.
Cool.
And then right before it goes out, we just hit it with this. It's a little citrus vinaigrette, and that's it. That's one of our biggest sellers. One of our.
I think we better try it right in the.
I think you better too.
Let's just take this. Have you gotten a shot of this? I think yes. Rick, pretty neat.
Good stuff.
Good deal.
All right.
What's next? We're in the kitchen at Trio with the other half of the culinary couple, Gale Gann, and she's the good-looking one in the crowd that taught Rick how to cook. Now, she has just showed me how to make creme brulee, so which is sort of one of your signature dishes.
This one is here at Trio. It's a chocolate creme brulee. It just has little shards of chocolate in it.
Now, the reason the plastic is on here is the condensation will kind of build up, and it makes it sticky. So when you put the sugar on, now tell me if I'm doing this right. Just
Perfect.
a little more, a little more.
Okay, and we'll rock it around. That's it. Get it to stick to all the moist areas.
Okay.
And then knock off the excess
Over
sugar.
this?
That's right. Save that for another day. Perfect.
Okay.
You're hired.
Okay, okay.
Okay, now we're going to torch this. You're going to caramelize the sugar.
Okay, that's what gives it that sexy look, right?
Gives
Okay.
it the crunch, gives it the texture.
Tell me if I'm doing this too close. Or...
No, you're perfect. Just keep your flame moving. Kind of stay in one area until you see it caramelize. And you want to I'll hold the bat for you. There you go. Perfect. Keep going around. Go around the whole thing till you got the entire surface caramelized.
You know, this is easy.
That's
Gosh.
the brulee part. That's why it's called creme brulee. Now hit the middle. You're done. You're a chef. It's amazing.
All right, now why don't you finish this, because I'm going to let her finish
Let me
this.
garnish it up for you.
Okay.
For
Now
the
what are you
middle,
putting on there?
This is a raspberry mint salad. It's got some fresh
I need to
blueberries,
do my
fresh
official
raspberries.
test.
You alright?
That's
Okay,
good.
great. So a little bit of that salad on there, and nothing better than cream and raspberries together,
Okay.
right? So that's why we're doing that.
Okay. Now tell me exactly what is a creme brulee. What is in there?
Creme brulee, most people think it's a French dessert. It actually isn't. It's an English dessert.
Really?
It came from Oxford at the boys' school there, and they were looking for something fancy and French sounding to serve the kids.
I see.
So that they would eat their cream and sugar.
Now, you just came back from France
I
with
did.
a cold.
Yeah, I have a French cold. It's very
Okay.
exotic.
Now, how was the food over there? What did you do
Excellent.
there? You were in a little
Too good.
contest?
What I did there was I put on 10 pounds.
Really?
I did there. We went over there to eat some brasserie food and go to a trade show over there.
Okay.
See some French friends. You know.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now, what do you got here? What do you
Okay,
got?
we garnish it with the
Little
raspberry
kiwi?
salad, some kiwi, a little bit of extra chocolate because there's just never enough chocolate. right?
Never enough chocolate.
Never enough. And then the final thing is our big plate. We put it on, a little bit of powdered sugar.
Now, did you clean it off before you served it?
No, I don't
Joking,
have to
joking.
because the sugar hides it, right? There you go. Put that on there. And that's it.
All right,
That's how I
Gail.
serve the creme brulee.
I'm going to walk outside and I'm going to go eat some food with your husband.
Great.
But what I'd like you to do
I have
is...
to still work. You
Yeah.
guys are going to eat. And I have to work.
Okay.
Okay.
Woman's work.
There
Okay.
we go.
Would you make for me the little lazy Susan with the miniatures?
Yes, I love to.
Thanks.
Okay.
See you outside.
See
Bye.
you there.
Let's just talk about what you've got here, because this is one of its truly beautiful items.
This is our caviar palette. The idea is a great little story. We were 2 days before opening, and we were doing a caviar tasting, and we couldn't find anything to put the caviar on because we were under construction. We were just going nuts. So I ran up into Evanston to a little local art shop, and I was just looking for something to do this caviar tasting, and all they had were painter palettes. So the light bulb went off, and it was like, perfect idea. Grabbed a painter's palette, and we brought it back, and we did the assortment of caviar garnitures and caviar. We do a little lobster ceviche, we do some homemade creme fraiche that Gale makes, some chopped caper, some beluga caviar, some red onion, some wasabi caviar, some white onion, some smoked whitefish caviar, some sieved white egg, some trout caviar, some yellow egg yolk, and some Tobika flying fish roe.
Pretty neat, huh? I mean, this is just beautiful. I think a lot of your trademark really is, besides the good food, the taste is the way you serve it.
I think my food has a healthy sense of humor, if you will.
There you go.
And it's very serious enough in the kitchen, and what we do is very serious, and the quality is very high. But again, you gotta have fun. You know, you gotta lighten it up a little bit. We're having a lot of fun here at Trio, I think, and that shows in our food every day.
Pretty neat. I mean, you gotta. People ask me a lot, "What's your favorite restaurant?" I go, "Well, I really don't say, but I think it's important that the service and the attitude of the restaurant is just as good as the food, because otherwise you'd lose it." We've got here the risotto, and why don't you just tell us a little bit about? I'll have to move this. Sure. And
we serve all our risottos in individual copper pots, and this is a wild rice risotto with wild mushrooms, arborio rice, wild rice, some shaved Reggiano Parmigiano.
May I?
Please do. A little mushroom stock, a little white truffle oil, some tomato. That's it.
That's pretty neat. How'd you decide to come up with these different vehicles to display your food?
Again, it happened about 6 years ago. We were doing a restaurant called Bella Luna in the Loop, which is no longer around. Okay. But again, it was one of those crazy opening parties where we had a hors d'oeuvre party for 300 and
small party, close friends.
Small party, close friends. The management forgot to order some silver trays. So in the construction rubble of it all, there was some wonderful Italian tiles and terracotta tiles that we went down into the basement and got and polished them up and used them for our canapé party, and the whole thing just went wild from there. We used all types of granite, marble, glass, mirrors, wood.
I understand your parents' home, that their fireplace is gone, you've taken everything.
Ripped the whole house.
They've taken it all, it's good. Okay, now I see a house of toast there.
It's a tower of brioche that Gale makes here in-house.
Okay.
For the caviar. Please.
Okay. Why don't we do a little brioche and you'll join in? And Gale, just very quickly, why don't you just tell us where the name Trio came from and a little history of the restaurant?
Trio comes from the three of us who got together.
Three? I see two.
There's
Henry, are you there?
Henry's working somewhere. He's very busy. He's the third part of the trio, and he runs the dining room. And it's also a trio of cuisines. We're combining French and Italian with a lot of Asian influence. So that's why we're calling it Trio.
Just very briefly, you're opening a new restaurant. Are you going to call it Quads for the fourth restaurant, or?
If you join us, we will.
Okay, there you go.
It's going to be brasserie tea. We're thinking about doing a brasserie, a little bit more casual than Trio.
That was in where the site of Melange was in Northfield.
Right.
Working on it. Yeah.
Good luck. Lots of good luck.
This is our fine dining restaurant. Then we need like our blue jean restaurant. We need our casual place.
Okay, okay. Tell us what you've done here for us.
This is an Asiatic dessert. It's a little tasting of miniature things. We've got a miniature root beer float, some matrimonial cake, which is Rick's and my actual wedding cake. Well,
really?
Not the actual.
I was going to say,
fresh one.
It's been in the freezer that whole time.
Right. A little bit of the famous lemon tart here and sticky toffee pudding.
Okay, you gotta love this. When you just.
That's your
is this
root beer
adorable
float
or what? Is that
here.
adorable? I mean, I'll tell
A
you.
little bit of homemade root beer right here. So you just top it off.
This is
There
great.
you go.
I got to do something kind of neat. I don't know if you appreciate it. I got to cook on Valentine's Day for the pastry chef. No one ever.
Never happened.
You know, when you talk about romance at a restaurant, you know, if your own staff likes your restaurant, Edie and Guy, come here. Now, these are two of the chefs here, the cooks, and they're getting married here on February 13th. So, you know what? Let's toast everybody, and here's to your good health and good dining, Chicago!
Okay,